This video is sponsored by LD Player. Play World Flipper on PC. With LD Player, you can both play World Flipper on your big screen monitor with better graphics, and enhance your gaming experience with the following features. You can have perfect game control with our preset keyboard mapping. You can also play your games with controller, gamepad after you directly plug in the device. You can also set up macros to automate certain actions in the game. We've placed a link in the description. Check it out. Today we're going to build a fire team centered around Kannon in World Flipper. Do note that this is only a sample team and is no way the best Kannon team the game has to offer. We'll do our best to explain each unit and their skills as well as their synergies with each other. This Kannon team focuses on the combo mechanic. This team aims to keep racking up combos to proc Kannon's leader talent. Kannon is currently in the holiday festival banner, so this is the perfect time to get her. We'll build two teams, one with limited units and one without. Kannon is a 4-star fire unit. Her leader talent increases fire units' attack by 125% while the combo count is at 10 or above. Her skill deals fire damage in front of her. The damage scales with the combo count. Her first ability increases her attack by 25%. Her second ability increases her attack by 60% while the combo count is at 10 or above. Her third ability only activates when she is the main unit. It grants herself a multi-hit buff for 10 seconds and increases the total damage by 40%. Kannon is essential in fire combo teams. She gives a staggering attack bonus of 125% when the condition is met. We will place fire units that can make combos easier to achieve to support her. We'll place 𝐿 as her subunit. 𝐿 is a 5-star fire unit. She's not available in global yet, but her banner isn't far away. Her skill grants the fire leader an attack buff of 50% for 20 seconds. It also grants all allies a power flip damage buff of 100% for 20 seconds, heals HP of the party by 10% of max, and heals more for 50% HP on fire units. Her first ability increases fire units' buff duration by 10%. Her second ability increases the leader's attack by 5% every time a fire unit's skill activates, maximum 50%. It also lowers the combo count needed for power flip level 3 by 2. Her third ability grants fire units a multi-hit buff of 2x and 30% for 15 seconds when she is the main unit. 𝐿 is mainly here for healing and leader buffs. 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐿𝐒 is a 5-star fire unit. She shares a banner with Kannon, so it's not a bad idea to spend some beads on it. We'll place her in the second main slot. Her skill fires a laser beam towards a present thrown in front. It deals fire damage and inflicts a fire resistance debuff of 25% for 20 seconds to enemies hit and surrounding enemies. Her first ability increases fire units' skill damage by 30%. Her second ability fills the fever gauge by 25 when a fire unit's skill activates. Her third ability only activates when she is the main unit. It fills the skill gauge of fire units when her skill activates by 10%. It also heals their HP by 5% of max HP up to 3 times. We'll place Clarisse as her subunit. Clarisse is a 5-star fire unit. Her skill deals fire damage in front of her and lower fire resistance by 25% for 30 seconds. It also removes a buff from the enemy. Her first ability increases skill damage by 15% and fills the skill gauge by 80%. Her second ability increases skill damage by 40% when her skill activates. The bonus damage increases up to a maximum of 120%. Her last ability only applies when she is the main unit. It increases the skill gauge by 15% for every 5 enemies defeated. Clarisse synergizes well with 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐿𝐒. She can debuff the enemy with her skill, making 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐿𝐒 do more damage with her skill. For our last main slot, we'll place Asukiramaru. He is a 4-star fire unit. His skill does fire damage while moving towards the closest enemy and dealing damage to enemies around himself. His first ability increases his attack by 25%. His second ability further increases his attack by 6% every 5 enemies defeated. The maximum is 60%. His third ability only activates when he is the main unit. It reduces the combos needed to power flip level 3 by 3. It also boosts his attack by 40%. Asukiramaru's skill makes it easy to raise the combo count. It has a large skill wait time though at 650, so will place Hanabi as his subunit to lessen their total skill wait time. Hanabi is a 4-star fire unit. Her skill throws bombs that deal fire damage to enemies hit and around them. Her first ability increases her attack by 8% every 30 combos. The maximum bonus is 40%. Her second ability heals fire units' HP by 3% every 20 ball flips. The maximum times this effect procs is 5 times. Her third ability only activates when she is the main unit. It grants a multi-hit buff of 40% for 10 seconds when her skill activates. Hanabi's skill wait time is really low at 290. Combined with Asukiramaru's skill wait time, it is now at 470. This fixes the problem of Asukiramaru's heavy skill wait time. Hanabi also benefits from increasing the combo count, so it's a good combination. Here is our Kannon fire combo team. Kannon is the leader of the party with Noen as her sub-unit. With Christmas Marianne and Asukiramaru at the front lines. Hanabi and Clarisse will fill out the roster. Next, we will build a fire combo team without limited units. Kannon will still be the leader of the party. Her leader talent is too good not to use. We'll place Fire Spirit as her subunit. Fire Spirit is a 1-star fire unit. Its skill restores the HP of the party by 6%. It is more effective on fire units and it restores their HP by 50%. Its first ability increases fire units' HP by 6%. Its second ability heals a fire unit's HP by 5% of their max HP when that fire unit's skill activates. The maximum number of times this effect activates is 4. Fire Spirit is mainly here for healing. It is going to be useful in consecutive battles where survivability is needed. It is also easy to acquire since it is a mission drop. We'll place Elise in the second main slot. Elise is a 3-star fire unit. Her skill fires 8 bullets at the nearest enemy. They deal fire damage and debuffs the enemy's fire resistance by 20% for 15 seconds. Her first ability increases her attack by 15% when her skill activates. The maximum bonus is 45%. Her second ability increases her skill damage by 30% when her skill activates. The maximum bonus is 90%. Her third ability only activates when she is the main unit. It increases her skill damage by 20% when her skill activates. It also fills her skill gauge by 40% for one time only. Elise excels in long fights since she takes some time to build up her damage. Fire Spirit can keep her alive long enough to power up. Elise is also easy to acquire since she is a drop. Here is our Kannon fire combo team without limited units. Kannon is still the leader of the party with Fire Spirit as her sub-unit. With Elise and Asukiramaru at the front lines. Hanabi and Clarisse will fill out the roster. It's not as good as the original team, but it is easier to build. Next, we'll talk about alternate characters in case you don't have these. 𝐾𝐄𝐒 is a 4-star fire unit. His skill does fire damage around him and grants the party an attack buff of 50% for 15 seconds. His first ability further increases the party's attack by 10%. It also applies the bonus to the whole raid when doing multiplayer. His second ability fills the skills gauge by 100% at the start of battle. His third ability activates only when he is the main unit. It buffs his attack by 30% when his skill activates. The maximum is 120%. Everyone has up to this is an easy recommendation. He is a strong unit even though he is free. 𝐿 can occupy one of the main slots. Jin is a 3-star fire unit. His skill heals the party with 50% more effectiveness on fire units. It also grants an attack buff. His first ability buffs his attack by 10% and makes him immune to poison debuff. His second ability increases his attack by 30% when his HP is 60% or above. His last ability only activates when he is the main unit. It increases a fire unit's attack when the unit has an attack buff by 30%. It also grants the party immunity to poison debuff. Jin can be a subunit. He is mainly recommended for his healing ability. 𝐿 is a 3-star fire unit. Her skill lowers the enemy's attack by 30% for 15 seconds. It also applies a fire resistance debuff of 20% for 15 seconds and removes one buff from the enemy. Her first ability fills her skill gauge by 100% at the start of battle. However, she damages herself by 10% of her max HP. This is powerful since she can immediately debuff the enemy at the start of battle. Her second ability increases the party's attack by 4% each time she activates a skill. The maximum is 20%. Her last ability only activates when she is the main unit. It fills the skill gauge of a fire unit by 12% every time the unit activates a skill. 𝐿 can serve as a subunit in this team. She's mainly recommended for her debuffing skill. Shroombo is a 1-star fire unit. Its skill does fire damage to nearby enemies. His first ability increases the leader's attack by 40% at the cost of 15% of his maximum HP. His second ability increases power flip damage by 6% for every 30 combos. The maximum is 30%. Even though Shroombo is just a 1-star unit, it has excellent abilities supporting power flip compositions. It is very easy to acquire since you can get it by tapping on him on the home page after clearing Chapter 1. Alisa is a 4-star wind unit. Her skill restores HP to the entire party and is also effective against spirit enemies. It deals wind damage. Her abilities increase the HP recovered by the party and heal 1% HP every 30 combos up to 15 times. She can also increase her attack power by 100% for 15 combos when is the main unit. Alisa can slot in as a subunit. She heals the party depending on the combo count and is great for long battles. Cagliostro is a 5-star lightning unit. Her skill deals lightning damage to all enemies and heals the party for 10%. It is more effective on lightning units. It heals for 50%. Her first ability increases the healing received by the party by 5% every time her skill activates. The maximum is 25%. Her second ability increases her skill damage by 20% every time she is healed. The maximum is 100%. Her last ability only activates when she is the main unit. It fills her skill gauge by 40% and heals her HP by 20% every time she is revived. Cagliostro is mainly here for her healing and skill damage. She is useful as a subunit in this team even though she is off-element. Recommended weapons: Prometheus Blade. 5-star fire weapon. Can be gotten from the depths, fire. Increases the skill damage of fire units when own skill activates by 10%, maximum 50%. Fills own skill gauge by 5% every 15 balls flips for up to 10 times. Holy Scepter. 4-star all-element weapon. Can be gotten from weapon gacha. Increases own skill damage by 30%. Old Staff. 1-star all-element weapon. Mission Drop. Increases the party's skill damage by 5% when own skill activates, maximum 20%. Uninscribed Tome. 2-star all-element weapon. Mission Drop. Increases own skill damage by 6% for every 15 combos, maximum 30%. That's it for our Kannon Fire combo team. If you found this guide useful, consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to like and share as well. It helps us out and motivates us to make more videos for World Flipper. Watch out for more team building guides in the coming days. Have fun and we'll see you again next time.